Right boys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be taking a look at the A-6E tram here. This is the new rank 7 premium for the US Air Tree. Not really too impressed, to be honest. I'm not going to make this a long video. As you can see, it's currently sitting at battle rating 10.0 in the 7th rank. Doesn't really matter about where to its premium status. It is in the rank 7 here. It allows you to grind out every vehicle in the game, including the rank 8s. But you probably already got the F-14A, and the F-16A is the only other jet in this tier. I'd recommend still getting like an F-5C, just grinding out all of rank 7 and then just putting a talisman on one of these jets here really. There aren't really too many vehicles which are great for talismaning. Maybe the F-4E, but that's not really as good as it used to be in the current meta. Maybe the A-10A, but yeah. So the tram itself, it's got 2 engines located at the front of the vehicle. They only produce 3,800 kilos of thrust, and these are non-afterburning engines. So its acceleration is actually quite bad, to be honest, especially when you're using it in a bomb truck setup. Speaking of which, we also don't carry any inboard weaponry, so no guns at all on this thing. We do get a nice radar, as well as a targeting pod in the front of the vehicle here. However, bear in mind, this cannot rotate at the minute, so you can't track any enemies behind you. So you're basically just forced into climbing high, diving down, and keeping a laser on a target in the dive. Not really that useful, to be honest. But if we take a look at some of its other weaponry, and we do carry a lot of weapons, but we can carry AIM-9Gs. You can carry 4 of them if you really want to, as well as AIM-9Ls. This is probably the weapon that you are going to be using. You can also carry a selection of bombs ranging from 250 pounders, 500 pounders, 1000 pounders, as well as the 2000 pounders. You can carry the GBU-10 paveway 2s. They're around, I think they're actually 2,000 pound bombs actually. They've got nearly 500 kilograms of explosive filler, so they are very, very powerful if you actually do manage to land a target. Bear in mind they are laser guided, so you will need to designate them, and because this laser designator on this plane isn't really that good, it isn't really that easy to use, especially at battle rating 10.0 where there are a lot of anti-aircraft systems about. You do also have the GBU-16s, which aren't, I thought they'd be bigger because they're a larger number, but they're actually not. They're a bit smaller. It doesn't really matter with laser guided bombs though. The point of a laser guided bomb is that you actually guide it onto the target yourself. So the actual explosive filler isn't really that useful. You're still going to get a kill with the big boys as you are with the smaller boys. But there isn't really too much here to say really. You can also carry some Zunis, I guess. Same Zunis that are found at all their lower battle ratings though. Napalm as well. Pretty much dead on arrival. You can carry gun pods. Not really sure why you'd want to take these things out. Same gun pods that you found on the A-4E, I believe. I was running it with 2 AIM-9Ls and 3 laser guided bombs. They're not the best in the world. We'll take it out for a test drive. You do get a carrier spawn, but not fast. It's not really going to be that good in a dogfight. While you do get AIM-9Ls, I mean, a lot of jets at that tier are going to have flares, which they can. You probably aren't going to be going up against jets that have got a very high heat signature like the F-14A. So the AIM-9Ls are still pretty easily flareable. So we take off here. You do kind of want to try and keep your flaps out. This plane doesn't have the highest amount of lift. As you can see, we aren't really climbing that fastly. About a meter every... Well, we're getting a little bit more speed now. Maybe with clean wings, this plane is going to be quite good in a dogfight. It's got quite long wings, but you can see here we're kind of losing altitude just with basic maneuvering. We do get a thermal imager for our... No, I guess it's not a T-pod, is it? It is quite a... It's basically... It's not a T-pod like you find on the later 4th gen jets where it's just a standalone. It's like a built-in T-pod, which does limit its capabilities a little bit. You can't look fully behind it, which means its guidance time is a little bit dodgy, to be honest. I apologise if the video is a bit janky. I don't really know why. I'm having frame drops for some reason. You do have a nice zoom. You've got the same targeting system as you find in a helicopter. So we're just coming on to the target now. We're not getting an RWR thing. We do have a... We're probably going to kill ourselves here. As you can see, the speed of the vehicle isn't very good. And we actually didn't laser it because we were too close to the target. I don't really see a point in buying this vehicle. It's not really fast enough at top tier to be useful as a cast plane, in my opinion. It's not like a Harrier where you can just climb dead high up and then point the nose down and do a ground strike run. Can we actually designate? That should work. As you can see, we quickly fly over the target and lose lock, which means our weapon also loses lock. So, not really too sure why. Not really sure why you'd want to pay £70 for this, or €70. But anyway, that's it, boys. Not going to take up any more of your time. I would not recommend buying this at all. You probably still are better just getting the F-5C and just playing one of the American rank 6s until, or one of the rank 7s, sorry, until you get up to these guys. The F-16 is worth it, but this thing definitely is not. It is a sack of shit, really. Anyway, lads, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.